On February 13, 2019, Anthony Joshua's long-awaited US debut had finally been confirmed. The opponent? A perfect one. A big, tough Brooklyn native in Jarrell Big Baby Miller looked to spoil the party as people looked forward to Anthony Joshua's American takeover. Now, the beef actually started way before the fight was announced. Here's a clip from 2017 when Miller was asked about the heavyweight division and what he thought about Anthony Joshua.
He's doo-doo. Next, let's go.
Okay.
I can't stand him. Let's go.
Anthony Joshua.
Calvin Klein, protein shake drinking, pooper scooper. He's doo-doo too. The muscles don't make a fighter. Let's go. Next. We're gonna watch him up.
Deontay.
And following that, he also stated this.
How about Anthony Joshua?
He an English boy. He UK. He don't want to fight no young, hungry dudes from America. Only person other than Deontay that's next in line is me. More mental. I know how to get in AJ's head. So I'm trying to say.
Then in mid-July of 2019, Eddie Hearn and DAZN USA had their launch press conference in the USA, and they were announcing all their fighters that they had added to their roster, including Big Baby Miller. Now, Anthony Joshua was also in attendance as they were promoting his fight with Alexander Povetkin at Wembley Stadium, but Big Baby Miller saw this opportunity and he took it with both hands.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Give us what we want.
All right now. Team Big Baby. Put a spice to this thing. It's been too polite.
Let's go, baby.
From Brooklyn to the New York City.
Let's go, Jim. Let's go, Jim. And the key to that system.
Brooklyn came to New York City. What do you think, AJ? What do you say?
Now this really spiced things up. Miller caught the attention of the UK boxing crowd. People didn't really know of him much before this, but now all eyes were on him. The loud, confident Brooklyn man made his noise and gave a solid reason why this fight should be made. We hadn't seen Anthony Joshua in a real grudge match since the Dillian Whyte fight in 2015. Financially, for everyone involved, you know this was about to do numbers. Then it was announced.
Big breaking news coming from the heavyweight division, and yes, the fight has finally been confirmed. Anthony Joshua, the unified heavyweight champion of the world, will take on Big Baby Miller in America, Madison Square Garden, New York, June the 1st, defending his WBA, IBF, WBO and IBO World Heavyweight title.
For me, above the beef, the real reason why this fight was interesting was to see how AJ was going to deal with 300 pounds of strength at 6'4", a former kickboxer, and by the way, they are hard as fuck. So I wanted to see if Anthony Joshua could change up his game plan, could adapt to this new thing. By the way, I think Anthony Joshua is the best adapter in the game right now. So I wanted to see how he dealt with Big Baby Miller in New York, in front of a new crowd. Anyway, the launch press conference took place in New York, and it was clear to say they made their hate very clear.
I gotta control my ball, Anthony Joshua. I wake up in the morning and think Anthony Joshua.
Round of applause. I think you like to use up your ass.
Give him a round of applause. Unbelievable acting. Something like a Hollywood movie. I nearly had a tear in my eye, big baby. Anyway, number 1 million is a bitch. I'm knocking the fuck out on June 1st. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt. He's an ex-kickboxer, drug abuser, punches like a fairy. Fury knocked him out 7 times, right? The softest puncher in the heavyweight division.
Your mom think I'm in all those.
Where's your mom? She'll be lucky I'll pay her rent now. I'll pay her rent now. I'll pay her. I'll pay your mom rent now.
Say I'm moving to snap shit out you.
I'm your last.
Say I'm moving to snap shit out you right now. If you gangster, say I'm moving to snap shit out you right now. Say it then. You know why? Because you're a pussy, that's why. Say I'm moving over there and snap out and won't work. You can't stop me from coming to do it. Say I'm on. Say I'm moving to snap shit out you right now.
You're not gonna do that.
He ain't gonna do that. He pussy. He talking about drug abuse. What are you talking about? We're talking about something that's a pre-workout. This motherfucker has fucking use exceptions for testosterone, all kind of shit. Like, get out of here, B. Like, I've been doing my research on you. Who comes out of Olympics at 220 and go to 240 in a year? Like, get out of here, bitch. You're like a dickhead. I know bodybuilders that will put 20 pounds of muscle on a year. This is cheeseburgers, my nigga. cheeseburgers
I can see.
It took me 5, 7 years to put this weight on.
I can see.
9 in 1 year. Yeah, your mom like a big belly chubby dude. So stop it, Bob.
I'm your
Stop it.
landlord.
I'm not gonna talk. I'm not
Your
gonna push. I'm not
landlord.
gonna beat.
Don't forget
So
that.
stop it.
I'm
So
your
stop
landlord.
it. Stop
I'm coming
it.
here to collect your rent.
Fish and chips.
I'm coming here to collect your rent.
Trumpets and tea. What you want to talk about? We ain't gonna be me jokes. We ain't gonna be me talking. Hey, you a role model. You play a role.
Yeah.
Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
There's a difference between real and really playing a role. So stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. You finished?
No, I'm not finished. The Moses gonna be chromosome cheese after I beat you. Don't worry about it.
Where is she?
Don't worry about it.
Where is she?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I think she cute too. Go right ahead.
She does.
Go right ahead.
She does.
Go right ahead.
Anyway, as I was saying,
Bitch ass.
Jarrell Miller's a little bitch.
That's why you got a little bitch.
I'm confident that I'll ram my jab down his throat. And I'll knock him out. For £300 I'll punch
Fish and chips. No, niggas don't punch punches up together.
And the only way I thought Jarrell Miller would actually win
Whatever.
is just by a lucky punch.
Honestly, one of the best press conferences I've ever watched. UK versus USA, I love it. The beef was real. And they headed to the UK to have the UK press conference, and straight after this they went to the Sky Sports studios to film The Gloves Are Off, which we never ended up seeing because of this.
Breaking news, sources are saying that Big Baby Jarrell Miller, who is set to face Anthony Joshua, as you guys know, June the 1st here at the Madison Square Garden, which was going to be Anthony Joshua's first American outing, has failed a drug test.
After failing 3 drugs tests, that's right, 3, Big Baby Miller was pulled out of the fight and he could no longer compete in this fight. Andy Ruiz obviously stepped up, and June the 1st was still a historic night nonetheless. From the clips I saw of The Gloves Are Off, they released a little clip. I was convinced Joshua hadn't reached this level of dislike for a fight yet, definitely since Dylan White. He was like triggered inside. He stayed calm. He's very good at like showing that he's calm, but I had a solid feeling that he wasn't having it. This guy, they weren't going to be friends. There was certain things he was saying, like he would, you know, if you spread him out after chopping him up, you can smell the disease coming off him. But I was sure he hadn't reached this level of dislike and the pride that was on the line. UK versus USA. This one was big. And he had a point to prove. So on top of the dislike, that pressure, this was a serious fight. And I wanted to see how he would deal with that. Would he turn on the killer instinct switch that he has? Who would have known? But he had one more message for Big Baby Miller once the fight was called off.
Say good luck to the kid Jarrell Miller, whatever he does with his life. As I said, I'm not going to knock him when he's down. But he doesn't even deserve to be in the ring with me or any other heavyweight right now. MSG still going ahead. The landlord will still come and collect his rent. And by the way, to Miller's mum, I still love you. And if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know.
Fair to say they still don't like each other. This fight can still be interesting for AJ for his return to America. Obviously, we want to see him fight out in America again and right his wrongs. So this fight would be perfect in terms of the beef and the animosity that's already been created for this fight. However, now we've got the likes of Usyk in the heavyweight division. We've got Dylan White doing bits. We've got Tyson Fury now, the world champion, WBC champ. Deontay Wilder's still about. If he regains his title, who knows? But we've got 4 matches there that I've already told you are huge. So I feel like the Big Baby Miller fight falls underneath. But I'd still want to see that fight because it is unfinished business. See you in the next one.
Happened with Andy Ruiz filling in for you last minute. Do you feel the outcome would have been the exact same had you still fought Joshua?
I would have put Anthony Joshua in the casket. Put it out of time. I would have put a hurt on him so bad that boy would never look in my direction ever again. So I had his number. I know I've been had his number.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button so you can get notified every time we upload a new video. And we also have a free app available on iTunes and Google Play, so make sure you go and download that. Bye Fight fans.